Okay, first, how much fun would it have been to pepper spray the other team's players?
So much fun.
Now, look, I got a lot to say about the Ohio State-Michigan game, but imagine that you are a police officer and you're an Ohio State fan police officer, because I'm imagining that if you're a police officer from Ohio at the Ohio State game, you're probably sad that you lost the game. That's a terrible loss. Imagine the cathartic release when you got to pepper spray Michigan players.
Yep.
You know they were like, rivalry's real. Psst, right in their face. So I got a lot to say. But first of all, those cops, and I know they're being investigated, things are under investigation, nothing's going to happen.
You can't pepper spray someone messing with your logo? Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Now, they might have pepper sprayed, finger quotes, because things were getting out of hand and they worried about someone being in danger.
Yeah.
But all I was thinking was, those Ohio State police officers freaking love pepper spraying Michigan players.
Yeah.
That's the first part of that. The second part of that is, it's not even about flag planting. It's about, there is not a worse look than losing a game and then getting into a fight on the field.
Yeah.
And that happened many times, not even just the flags. I saw Arkansas do that, and that's my team. I saw Arkansas try to fight after the game against Missouri. If you lose, you lost. Get off the field, losers. Now, that could be any team any year, but you lost. There is not a more I'm sad and insecure than fighting somebody after you just lost the fight on the field. That's a terrible look. So don't fight once you lose. If you feel like fighting, get off the field. The flag planting, hilarious. Now, they're going to have to stop flag planting now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's over.
Here's what I wrote on my Instagram and my Twitter. I wrote, you can't actually get the flag into the ground to stick, so why aren't these people like running out with a nice sand base? They can, in a stand, they can put the flag in and then
gently put the flag on there.
Yeah, you just take a sand base out. You have somebody who's running the flag out, and behind them, you run out a sand base that's in a concrete contraption. You set that down, then you put the flag in, and then you protect it. Because it ain't going in the field.
Oh, is that the whole point? Them actually sticking a dagger into your logo?
Well, that's the idea. It's the dagger in, but if you get it to stand, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And I think Baker Mayfield showed us it ain't going to stick. Those fields are not for things to stick in. So here are the three things. Number one, it must have felt good to pepper spray a Michigan player. Because they were like, we really need to pepper spray this. Everybody's got pads. Done. Because you didn't hear any Ohio State players being like, oh, my eyes.
No.
Yeah, all of Michigan guys.
Yeah, all that. Number two, if you lose and you fight, you're just a big titty baby.
Titty baby.
Yeah, get off the field.
Never heard that before.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as we lost. Arkansas, my team lost. And we tried to fight Missouri. You lost. What are you going to do? Win that one? That one doesn't count. And you may get suspended a game. So don't fight after you lose. If you feel like fighting, just get off the field because you're going to look like even more of a chump.
Do you put that on the coach at all?
I put that on the culture.
Okay.
And number three, if you're going to plant a flag, you can go to like Home Depot and get a flag holder. You just have two people carry it out.
Yeah.
One carries a flag, one carries out the weighted base flag holder.
Sure, you can buy weights.
And you just lay it down there. Then you put the flag in it, then you stand around it. The end. I fixed it.
That would be legit.
Yeah. Clip that.
It's clipped already.
Clip that. Those cops are like, psst. Oh, yeah.
You guys ever been pepper sprayed?
No.
Not straight on, but like secondarily.
Was that because they did that in your hallways at school?
Oh, I know what
No,
it's
because
from.
we did it a bit on the show and I was too close to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that when Mike D got sprayed?
No, I sprayed Mike D and ran.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he was the one asking about it. Next up, if you have 3 losses and you're trying to get in the college football playoff, don't cry when you don't get in. Now, I will say if there's a 3-loss team that gets in, good for you. Because one may. But you can't cry if you lost 3 times. I'm not saying all 3-loss teams are absolutely eliminated because we could see what happens where SMU's playing Clemson, right? in the ACC title game.
Yes.
If Clemson wins, they're not getting in. So, like Clemson wins, they'll get in. If SMU wins, Clemson will not get in. So that could just be one team going in. So there could be a 3-win, an Alabama, South Carolina, Ole Miss that get in. But if you're a 3-loss team, shut up. You lost. You can state your case, but you lost. You don't deserve to have people feel sorry for you. You lost.
Yeah.
If you lost 3 games, you still might get in. But don't cry like a little titty baby
Mhm, yeah.
Yes.
There's that term again.
when you don't get in. 3 losses eliminate you from crying. It almost eliminates you from getting in, but it does eliminate you from crying. So I'd like to say that.
Are you directing that towards this certain team? Or?
I am not actually. It's all of them. I was watching on Twitter, now known as X, and Lane Kiffin had posted a thing going, let's break it down. We beat this, they beat that. We beat this, they beat that. Strength of schedule. And I'm like, what I like about Lane Kiffin is also what I don't like about Lane Kiffin. Like, he doesn't shut up.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious and it's annoying and it's great. It's great for the sport. Brett Bielema would then post, hey, great logic. Let's use your same logic, and just annihilates Lane Kiffin with his logic with a higher strength of schedule with 3 losses. Yeah. So if you have 3 losses and you don't get in, don't cry. If you have 3 losses and you do happen to get in, hey, good for you. You're really lucked out. That's number 2. Clip that.
Oh, it's clipped
I
right.
was like saying clip it. Makes me feel cool. Next up, Penn State, James Franklin. So they keep scoring at the end of that game. You can always tell when 2 coaches meeting at midfield have a moment, even if it's not super obvious, because they hug a little too long.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple people that hug a little too long. Creepy uncles and coaches that aren't happy with each other. And they were hugging a little too long at the end of that game. And so they go after, and James Franklin was super upfront about it. He goes, yeah, we scored. He goes, what do you want me to do? I put in the 3s and the 4s, meaning 3rd string and 4th string players. I'm not supposed to let them play football?
That's right.
I'm not supposed to let them play? And I thought to myself, I agree. He said, but they've been working hard. They shouldn't get to play football. But that's what the coach from Maryland was having a problem with. The game ended up 44-7.
Yeah.
It was not really a game. But yeah, it was 3rd string and 4th string guys who they should get to play. And I can tell you this, as a team that's had the crap beat out of them, when Ole Miss is beating us 109-2 a few weeks ago, I was like, yeah, the 2nd and 3rd string and 4th string guys, they should. If they can score, they should score. They play. This is their opportunity. You don't want them to score, stop them.
Yeah.
The only time that I would say that is not the case is if you're playing like Baldinger State.
Sure.
And they're playing 8-man football while you've got all 11. And that happens sometimes. But I thought the Maryland coach was kind of a wimp. I wouldn't say it to his face. He's bigger than I am, much bigger. He'd probably hug me for way long, and I wouldn't like that because he's strong. But he was complaining about it, and he said it was bull S. But I thought James Franklin was right on. He's like, what do you want me to do? Because he could have put 3rd and 4th in and just run the ball the whole time. But also, like your quarterback, you let him throw a little bit.
Yeah.
I had no problem with them throwing. I liked it. The hugs, though, are hilarious.
How long did they hug?
Well, so what started off as a hug turned into kind of a mini headlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
I know. And then if you fight out of the mini headlock, then you could tell there was something going on.
That's awesome.
And what I admired about James Franklin was he didn't fight out of the mini headlock because he also did not want that to seem like it was more than what it was. You could tell it was after about 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4, mini headlock, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Then they split off.
Yeah.
I could not agree more with James Franklin saying this is by somebody who gets a score run up on him sometimes too. So it's not like I'm a Bama fan and I'm like, yeah, let him score. But Spurrier said it best. It's your job to stop us.
Especially if you're playing the ones. He said Maryland still had their ones in.
And they were playing cover 0.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you expect them to do? Well, you could expect them just to run it. Eddie, you know what cover 0 is?
Yeah, it means you cover no one.
No.
Cover 0.
Good
No,
guess.
no.
Good guess.
That
Right?
means it's man coverage
My
and
guess.
there's 0 people back there in case like a safety.
Oh.
It's full man.
Got it.
Yeah.
Man to man.
But cover Z, you can play man to man with like a safety playing zone.
So I've seen cover 5. What's that? I've seen that on Madden.
Cover 5 is not really a thing. Like a cover. Okay, quick breakdown.
Okay.
Cover 2. This is going to be very generic and rudimentary. Split safeties are playing half the fields,
Got
right?
it.
And you can play a zone cover 2. You can play a man cover 2. Cover 3, you're playing thirds of the field. You can go a cover 4. There are different versions of cover 4.
So is this just for the DBs, for the safeties in the back?
It could be. You can also drop a linebacker and let's say blitz a safety, and you're playing 3. So roughly,
Yeah, multiple variations to it, but yeah.
That's yes. Roughly, that would be cover 0. Is you're playing man coverage and there's 0 people back there in case there's an accident and someone gets behind everybody.
That'd be my mistake in NCAA every single time.
Yeah.
Engage 8.
I don't even know what that is.
Engage 8 though, there's still one guy back.
Oh, that's true. There is.
Cover 69.
Yeah. I'm
You
all
don't
about
want to
that.
know. You don't.
Hey.
Follow my OnlyFans.
Hey.
Hey, clip it.
Clip it.
Hey.
Clip it.
Did you see the Georgia Tech hug? Because that
Yeah.
was a very long hug, but
They were crying.
They were crying though.
They were happily hugging.
Yes.
That was the other hug was almost a headlock. This hug almost turned into a makeout.
Correct.
Yeah.
So a confession about that game. Georgia Tech was up 17-0, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I got some sort of like neurovirus, and I it was so bad. I was at somebody else's house for Thanksgiving. I was sleeping on towels on the bed.
Oh, just in case.
Just because I was throwing up and had diarrhea.
Dang.
And so it's 17-0. I was like, well, this game's probably over. And I was in Arkansas, so I couldn't bet it because I would have bet Georgia. And I couldn't. And the neurovirus is like 48 hours, right? And I didn't make it. And I woke up and saw 8 overtimes.
Oh, 8 overtimes. If you would have bet Georgia, you would have been puckered the entire end of that game because it just kept going back and forth.
Well, I watched it and hey, watch the biggest plays because you can do that on YouTube TV.
Yeah.
And
20 minutes long.
Yeah, dude, that's what it felt like.
dude, Haynes King is like
He's awesome.
that dude is a boss.
Yeah.
So
I almost texted you because that overtime, we've talked about it recently.
it's the stupidest thing ever.
I was sitting there with my girlfriend. She's like,
so
they're
stupid.
not done yet?
It's so stupid.
I'm like,
Stop with the one plays.
You don't like it? I feel like it's almost like a boxing match. Like, I missed.
If
Okay,
a
next.
no, it's
not
more like
boxing, the slapping.
that's it.
thing.
The slapping.
Oh
That's
my
what it is.
God.
It's like, oh, okay, didn't knock me down. My turn.
And I don't think because if it goes to like the national championship and it's ended on 2-point conversions,
Ugh,
that's a disaster.
that's gross.
I don't mind first overtime, normal. Second overtime, I think is also normal where you take turns and you kick field goal. I think is it third overtime?
No,
you
it's
go
a
for 2?
second now.
Okay,
I
second.
thought it was a third too.
Seconds go for 2. I don't mind it being go for 2 every time with the play.
Sure.
Like I had mentioned, and I'm not sure which, if it was today or maybe to Brandon last week. I think in overtime you start at the 50. I hate that you can just kick a field goal immediately without having to do anything. Start at the 50. If it's even after that, then you go to the 45, then to the 40.
Slowly
35.
make your way up.
Actually,
Yeah. I like that, but what do I know?
You know what I don't like is that when they the two teams go for the 2, then the one that last did it goes
Yeah.
next.
Snake draft.
Yeah, snake draft style. I don't like that so much.
I hate it that it's all 2-point conversions because you also saw them run out of plays like 4 into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
'Cause-
So how many
Well, was
plays
it
do
Georgia
you
Tech
have?
with the crazy formation? Didn't they have one that was like a crazy
Oh yeah, they had
formation?
like 5 guys, even linemen, 5 linemen on the left side, which is pretty crazy.
Like
Well,
all the
it's
way
like
to the
they're doing-
sideline, and then they ran a play to the right or
yes,
something.
correct.
Dance Dance Revolution out there. They don't even know what's going on. They're like, I don't know, man. Go out there and do something.
And
we'll-
they have to go from one side of the field to the other
Oh,
every
yes.
time. It's just
Yes.
like, what are we doing here?
I didn't like that. I didn't watch it until later because I think I'd have been puckered the whole time. But I was a little ill at that one. Don't worry about clipping that one.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
I got a couple more. Trevor Lawrence's
Oh, come on.
slide and his head almost getting ripped off.
God.
I will say, first of all, very dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty play. I have a way to fix this, though. I know you guys thought.
Oh.
Oh,
I know you guys thought, yeah, Bobby, you're not going to have a way to fix this.
I thought you were just going to complain about it.
Nah, I got a way to
Okay.
fix it. So, and by the way, he did end up tweeting, hey, I'm okay.
Thank goodness.
I don't know if it means he's really okay or he can just tweet.
Or his wife
Or he
tweeted
got
for
somebody
him.
else to do it. Yeah.
But that was a bad hit. And
Oh,
I haven't
gosh.
seen as of now what the punishment is going to be because it was elbow. He was going down, elbow up. So what has happened here in general, and I think we saw this a bit in a different way with Caleb Williams, These quarterbacks are really trying to push it to the last minute before they slide or get out of bounds. And you saw with Caleb Williams, he was going kind of out of bounds, and they stopped to try to get an extra yard.
Yeah.
And then he got hit and his leg got bent back. We saw Kenny Pickett, this is not allowed anymore, but Kenny Pickett with the fake slide and back up. These quarterbacks are waiting until the last minute to slide. And so I'm not saying that this was right in any way whatsoever, but these defensive players now have got to go like, and sometimes quarterbacks will just slow down and then take off again, not even faking like the slide. That's the new cheat.
Mahomes has done that a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but if they mark you down where you start the slide, that's kind of why I think they're waiting so much. Like, I need to get a little further.
But I'm just talking about the injury part of it. I'm talking about them getting hit.
Yeah, but that's the reason they're not sliding so quickly, I think. I'm not a quarterback.
But again, all I'm talking about is the injury part of it where people are getting killed because these defensive players are coming and running as hard as they can, going time to kill. He's still up. And then all of a sudden they got to pull back last minute. The hit was still dirty. That'd piss me off. The other player should not have been ejected for beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
This is what they should have on their uniforms, quarterbacks. They should have basically an eject button. Now follow me here.
Oh, where they get out of their uniform?
Well, it's not eject out of the uniform, though. It's like an airbag that comes out.
Oh.
Like as soon as you hit
It's like a big sumo suit.
yes, as soon as you don't even got to slide, but as soon as you hit the sumo suit, poof,
Bubble
and anybody
boy.
hit you are frozen right there.
Everything ends up looking like those helmet pads that they're wearing now.
Yeah.
Check those Cedo, cuz.
But imagine that though, because as soon as you hit it, that's the yard line you're on. So you're
Okay,
running.
okay.
It's like on your hip, run,
Bones.
hit the button, poof. But one, you get crushed. Doesn't matter. You're in an airbag. Number two, it's instantaneous. You can see exactly where that airbag went off. And then
Oh my God.
Man, this is genius.
No, tell me this is not
it's
right.
Genius.
It's
Probably
gonna-
a little pricey, but genius.
Yeah.
Pricey, the NFL makes billions of dollars a year.
I'm just saying this
And
is
fun to see.
And if good quarterbacks get hurt, that costs everybody.
right.
So if there was some way to have even a top half air, like as soon as you want to call it, out. Anybody hits you? No, you're in an airbag. Two, we know exactly where it happened.
Does the tackler bounce once he hits? Like, whoa, it's like a trampoline style?
Don't know how big the airbag is yet.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I would say it doesn't have to be that dramatic.
I'm thinking like the bottom of a pile and somebody hits it and everyone just goes flying.
It's like a video game now.
Could be a thing.
Like
Could
the
be a
boats
thing.
in a can thing.
But there needs to be some sort of like alert.
Yeah.
All kidding aside,
Yeah.
alert as to when
Yes.
that's happening, because otherwise you should be able to hit the quarterback because they're sliding late. They're strategizing how to slide differently to get the most yards. They're faking stepping out of bounds. And we have to keep our quarterback safe because we've seen this. When our quarterbacks get hurt, nobody cares to watch the games because they're terrible. It's all Gardner Minshew on 36 teams.
Poor guy.
Right? That's it. We're done. I got to go get some lunch. I'm going to get allergy shots.
Go do your thing.
I'm going to go to therapy.
Full day.
I got to work out.
Oh, we still got to work out.
Dang.
I got stuff that we didn't get to today that it doesn't matter. We'll get to it next show. We do have Joey Logano coming up
Yeah.
The race car driver.
later on this week. Riverboat Ron
Oh, yes.
next week, I think, unless we double up this week. I don't know. Thank you guys. And by the way, Reed, go ahead.
Hey, everybody. I just want to say right now, go and search Bobby Bones Sports on YouTube. It's going to have some very, very unique content on it. It's going to have the best content you've ever seen. Actually,
Ever.
all sports.
Ever.
All sports
Oh.
content.
Here's the
Okay.
problem we
Wow.
got into because we had the Bobby Bones channel, but it was like Bobbycast stuff. It was a bunch of but that YouTube didn't know who to like send it to. So because it had been so long like a music channel, so they would send the sports stuff to the music people, and they were like, "Why do we want to see this?"
Mhm.
So you got to kind of build and stay consistent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so Reed's like, "I don't know, dude. We should probably just do a different channel."
I know. It sucks. We're going to have to rebuild it, but it's going to have all sports.
Bobby Bones channel still exists though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Bobby Bones channel's there for Bobbycast, all that stuff. But this is going to be unique to just sports. It's going to be high quality content.
And if any video gets over 100,000 views, I will show my penis.
Come
Oh,
on.
that's the special contact
Hey, if
he's
you
talking
go
about.
if you go subscribe, if you're a
Oh,
diehard,
you didn't let me finish. To Eddie, but
no,
not
no, no,
anybody else.
no. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right. What'd you say, Reed?
I was just going to say, if you're a diehard sports fan and you do go subscribe to it, go to the welcome video and comment, and your boy is going to be giving out some cash the next couple weeks. How about that?
Reed is?
How about that? Yeah, me.
Reed's
Yeah.
giving cash?
Why are you giving out cash?
I just want to see it grow, man.
Is it my money?
No, it's not. It's not your money.
Why would you give out?
I want
use it.
to. I want to do it. I
No,
want to
but
do
that's
it.
why would-
Yes.
just take my
What?
money.
No, I don't want your money.
Well,
I want to do it.
Give me the money.
Because
Yeah, I'll take the
if it
money.
grows, you're going to pay me more.
Well,
So,
that's true, but still.
Yeah.
He's investing in himself. I like that.
Oh.
No,
I've
okay.
read.
not a ton of money, but I mean, you know.
It's a nickel.
No, I got $50 to some people.
Somebody gets a Venmo for a penny. Okay, thank you guys. We'll see you later on this week. Bye, everybody.
What?
Lower. See you guys.